So there are parts in the Tanakh that actually name books that are not part of any Christian canon, or any Christians consider these canon. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at every single time a book is referenced within the Tanakh itself. So as we start off with the book of Jasher, the book of Jasher here is mentioned in Joshua chapter 10 verse 13 and 2 Samuel chapter 1 verse 18, and also possibly referenced in the Septuagint rendition of 1 Kings chapter 8 verse 53. From the context in the book of Samuel, it is implied that it was a collection of poetry. Several books have claimed to be this lost text, some of which are discounted as pseudographica. Now, the next book we're going to look at is the Book of the Wars of the Lord. This here is mentioned in Numbers chapter 21, verse 14. The Book of the Wars of the Lord is also cited in the Book of Jasher, which is translated by Moses Samuel in 1840 and also edited by J.H. Perry in 1887. Specifically, chapter 90, verse 48, as being collaborative record written by Moses, Joshua, and the children of Israel. Next one is the Chronicles of the Kings of Israel and Chronicles of the Kings of Judah. Both these books are mentioned in the book of Kings, specifically 1 Kings 14, 19, and 29. They are said to tell the events during the reigns of King Jeroboam of Israel and Rehoboam of Judah, respectively. The Chronicles of the Kings of Israel is again mentioned in 1 Kings chapter 16, verse 20, regarding King Zimri, and both books are mentioned no less than 30 other times throughout 1st and 2nd Kings. Next book we're going to look at is the book of Shemaiah the prophet and the story of the prophet Iddo, also called Visions of Iddo, the seer, or the Annals of the prophet Iddo, are here mentioned in the 2nd Chronicles chapter 9 verse 29, 2nd Chronicles chapter 12 verse 15, and 2nd Chronicles chapter 13 verse 22. This book has been completely lost to history, save for its title. The Manner of the Kingdom, also called the Book of Statutes or 3rd Samuel, is also referenced in 1 Samuel chapter 10 verse 25. The Acts of Solomon here is referenced in 1 Kings chapter 11 verse 41. The Annals of King David, also called the Book of the Annals of King David or the Chronicles of King David, which could be a reference to the rest of 1 Chronicles, referenced in 1 Chronicles chapter 27 verse 24. The Book of Samuel the Seer, also called Samuel the Seer or the Acts of Samuel the Seer, which could be the same as 1st and 2nd Samuel, is referenced in 1 Chronicles chapter 29, verse 29. The Book of Nathan the Prophet, also called Nathan the Prophet, the Acts of Nathan the Prophet, or History of Nathan the Prophet, referenced in 1 Chronicles chapter 29, verse 29, and also in 2nd Chronicles chapter 9, verse 29. Next one is the Book of Gad the Seer, also called Gad the Seer or the Acts of Gad the Seer, is referenced here in 1 Chronicles chapter 29, verse 29. The Prophecy of Ahijah, also called the Prophecy of Ahijah the Shilawite, which may be referenced to 1 Kings chapter 14, verse 2 through 18, and it's also referenced in 2 Chronicles chapter 9, verse 29. The Book of the Kings of Judah and Israel, also called the Book of the Kings of Israel and Judah, referenced in 2 Chronicles chapter 16, verse 11, 2 Chronicles chapter 27, verse 7, and 2 Chronicles chapter 32, verse 32, may be the same as 1st and 2nd Kings. The Book of Jehu, also called the Book of Jehu, the son of Hanani, could be a reference to 1 Kings chapter 16, verses 1 through 7. It's also referenced in 2 Chronicles chapter 20, verse 34. The story of the Book of the Kings, also called Midrash on the Book of the Kings, is referenced here in 2 Chronicles chapter 24, verse 27. The Acts of Uzziah, also called the Book of the Prophet Isaiah, perhaps the same book of Isaiah, is referenced in 2 Chronicles chapter 26, verse 22. The vision of Isaiah, also called the vision of the prophet Isaiah, may be identical to the pseudographical ascension of Isaiah and may also refer to the existing book of Isaiah, referenced here in 2 Chronicles chapter 32, verse 32. The Acts of the Kings of Israel, also called the Acts and Prayers of Manasseh, may be identical to the book of the Kings of Israel. This is referenced here in 2 Chronicles chapter 33, verse 18. The sayings of the seers, also called the Acts of the Seers, referenced in 2 Chronicles chapter 33, verse 19. The laments of Josiah, also called Lamentations, this event is recorded in the existing book of Lamentations, and it is referenced in 2 Chronicles chapter 35, verse 25. And finally, last book that is mentioned is the Chronicles of the King of Ahasuerus, also called the Book of Records of the Chronicles, or the Book of the Chronicles of the King of Media and Persia, referenced here in Esther chapter 2, verse 23, chapter 6, verse 1, chapter 10, verse 2, and in Nehemiah chapter 12, verse 23. And there you go. Those are all the books that are referenced within the Tanakh that are not canonical. So it's very interesting. If we had these books today, what other information could be mentioned in there to expound our knowledge of the Tanakh? Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share this video, and I hope you have a blessed day.